All right. Hello. Welcome back to our third one podcast in a row. We're doing well.
Woo! We're going so well.
Yeah,
Thank you everyone for listening. It really just means so much.
it does, and it's nice. Yeah. Okay. Um.
So,
So, what's
sorry, it's just I'm nailing myself. Today we're going to be
on me? Okay. Go.
continuing the topic of kind of aliens and moving on to we're on a whole America being sus. So if you want more America being sus into going deeply into every single thing, just let us know. We'll do it. It's pretty easy, but we're going to talk about it on a whole. So the first thing is the aliens, the UFO that the Pentagon released. We watched some of the footage just to analyze it, and good stuff. Opinions? Do you have an opinion on it?
Um. It. Look, it could be anything. Like I know they're like, oh, aliens. We don't know what it is, but I guess that's what a UFO is. It's an unidentified thing that's flying. Like it could be
Yeah.
anything. I think, like I said last week, I don't know if aliens would necessarily want to come to Earth and be like,
Mm.
let's go and check out what's happening over there. Like, there's no point in them coming here and investigating,
Yeah.
I think, personally. Um, so, yeah, that's.
Mhm.
Mm. What about you? What do you think?
Um, yeah, I think, cool. I don't know what it would be if it is not an alien,
Mm.
but if it is, good on them for having a look at the water and leaving. I don't really like it's a cute video that they got. I like, yeah, I don't good on them. They obviously didn't really like it here. Or they were just observing what they've got going on. Maybe they've got stuff going on under the water and they didn't want to go down when
When people
that
are watching.
jet was watching, so they
Yeah.
had to find a
I
new
mean,
time.
if they're gonna hide something on the Earth, in the water's a good place to do it.
It's
And
true.
I'm sure drop it down there. We're not going down there.
If they can fly around the sky from their planet to ours, they can probably go under the water for longer than us. So,
Yeah.
go for it. Good
That's
job, guys.
not
Keep
planned.
it up.
There we go. We cracked it. The aliens are in the water. We solved
So, if this is true and you're an alien, just let us know. We'll do a Instagram thing. Just comment.
it.
Just reply to the story. Say, hey, yeah, I'm an alien. Yeah, we're underwater. And I'll be like, yeah.
You
We
tell
won't
us.
even we
Yeah.
won't even say it on the next podcast. It'll
No.
just be for our information.
Yeah, and we'll know, and it'll be nice for us to know that.
Yeah. Awesome. So America being sus.
Yes.
This is more talking about. So last time I was like, America faked stuff to go to war with Vietnam, and I didn't know what I was talking about. I found it. So they went, and there was like these fighter submarines, and they had like a sea war with them. That happened, and then they were like, it's happened again, but it never happened a second time. They just said it. And I don't actually know why, but I did give myself a Wikipedia page to have a look at that. I didn't. But yeah, they just, I don't know, because like people died the first time, and then the second time it was just nothing. I don't know why they did it. Do you have any opinions?
Explain what it is and what it's called.
It's called the Tonkin Incident. So the first one, oh, there we go. It's near Vietnam. Okay, well, this happened near Vietnam, and they basically just had a bit of an argument with planes and boats, and some people died, and everyone was like, "That's not good." And then the second one, let me just have a quick little skim read.
Was it around the same time? What year was it?
It was the same. Like this was all I think in the war, but this was like before America was properly involved. This is 1960. four. Anyway, so basically the second time they were like, oh my gosh, this has happened. And then someone was like, well, that's weird because there were no Vietnamese people there. Like there was no there was no Vietnamese aircraft. Who you're fighting yourself. Um, and then they were like, oh, maybe it didn't happen. That's strange. Um,
I wouldn't put it past
anyway.
America to be like,
Well,
oh,
they're all
and like, to be like, wow, look at us, we're so great. Um, no hate to Americans, but I'm just saying that's
I hate Americans. So what they're saying their excuse was that the person thought they heard the other boat, but it was actually their own boats, like propellers.
oh,
So
I
it's
think
just
that's a
another,
full excuse, but okay.
and like Americans are like dumb, so it could have been. Nah. Well, yeah. Anyway, so that's just a little bit of information on what I was talking about last time because I had no idea, and now there's some ideas. So they're a bit fake, and because they've done that, that's why everyone's like, well, we think 9/11 was fake because like decided to do Buy America because like they're sus. They just want to go to wars
You
and
mean,
get what they want.
do you mean fake in that day
Like
or
America decided it to happen.
yeah,
It
okay.
wasn't like a terrorist thing. It was like an American government thing. Because when Bush found out,
Yeah.
he was calm. Like, because he was in a school.
Mm.
Like, I don't know if I'm seeing TikToks and that's mixed me up with the truth. But he was like, he was he was somewhere. And
Mm.
like someone told him, and he was just like, oh, okay. And like, you know what I mean? Like, you'd think that if you're the president of the United States and the two like biggest buildings have just been run into by airplanes, you'd be like, oh, sorry, I actually have to leave and go to an important meeting instantly because this should not have happened.
Mm.
Yeah, and it's just very calm, and his story changed a little bit, but the other issue with Bush is that like he was dumb. Apparently, because that's what I was like. Oh, people think Bush did 9/11, and Dad was like, no, he couldn't have. like he just like wasn't a smart person. Um, apparently, I'm
Mhm.
not like he could be smarter than me. Who knows? Like probably not. He's American, but anyway. Yeah, they just fake stuff for no reason. Like hide stuff. So leading on to I don't know which one to talk about. Operation Mockingbird. Have you
Yes.
heard about that?
No. The only Mockingbird mocking stuff I know is Hunger Games.
So Operation Mockingbird, it's just them being sus to the American people,
Okay, can you
uh,
explain a little bit? Because saying it's
spying on
something
them.
sus doesn't help me anyway. know what you.
So I'm pretty sure it's when they started like listening into people's like phones and stuff
Mhm.
without anyone's permission. They just did it to everyone listening into their phones and technology. And so basically the reason it was an issue is because they did it in like the Cold War because they wanted to see who was where and like just make sure that all the people were doing the right thing for them.
Yeah.
But then people are like, well, how do we know they stopped? Like they say they stopped, but how do we know they stopped?
Yeah,
And it's
well,
like,
like,
well, it's true.
do you wait, sorry, you might have already said this, but do you mean like listening to people's phone conversations and stuff? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. I think
Look,
that's what they did.
I feel like you know your phone and your laptop and everything is listening to you anyway. Like,
Yeah. But I think this is where it like came from.
mm, okay.
I don't know. It was just the CIA doing what they want, basically. I'm pretty sure. Like now that I'm reading it, I don't know. I can't read these words.
Is that because you're reading it under pressure or because it's like confusing?
Could be many things.
Well, I think it's just a thing that like when you buy
Oh,
and whatever, you
it
just
was
have
only
to
with two people.
oh, what?
Project Mockingbird
Mm.
is when they were like tapping into like these journalists' phone.
Ooh.
Mm. Anyway, basically, in the past, America has tapped into people's phones, so now everyone's like, well, when did they stop? But like, it's like how I know if you saw on like everyone was like having this stress attack because Apple was gonna like record everything you say or something.
Mm.
Like to like update like I didn't even know what it was, but I was like, I literally thought they already did that, but everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's so bad. I'm moving to Samsung, and it's like, I like, did you not think that they did that already? Like, I don't know. Like at the end of the day,
Whatever. Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, I could not hear anything you said. Just then it was silent.
Oh, can you hear me
But
now?
that's all right. Yeah.
Okay. Um, like they're recording us anyway. I think we just have to accept it and just hope that they're not misusing it in any way.
And even if they do, you shouldn't be doing anything that's that bad that they can
It's true.
like
What are you doing? Besides
like
feeling the aliens are in the ocean.
if we die, it was America.
Yeah, if this podcast episode never comes out, you know,
Then you'll never know that this is the reason because it never got
someone
released.
will know. They'll find my laptop with the recording.
Yeah.
No. Well, no, we did. Better not jinx it. Now this recording will be,
Oh my gosh, should we killed?
yeah. What's the word? Corrupted. When you can't.
Yeah. If
No.
so, that supports our claim. And yeah, yeah, we're big time, so they might try and stop us from spreading the truth.
Yeah, if this gets claimed on YouTube by America, you know why. We're revealing their secrets and they don't want that.
Mm.
Okay, what is your next topic that you're gonna.
The next one, it's just a bunch of like suspicious American things, but this one's a different kind of suspicious. Well, it's the same. It's Project MK Ultra. So it's
Yeah.
called.
I
Have you heard of that?
No. I'm just gonna tell you I haven't
Okay.
heard of any of these things on this list.
Oh, really? Okay. It's when they're like experimenting on people,
Mhm.
um, to see if they can like see stuff.
How do you mean? Are we talking
Um,
Avengers level of seeing stuff or like X-Men? What do you mean?
okay. So I'm rereading it. It's
Mm-hmm.
like they gave people LSD
Mm-hmm.
to awaken their individual and to I don't know, they're basically brainwashing people.
Mm-hmm. Why?
That's basically what they were doing. And then everyone's like, well, when did this end? And has it ended? And why do you think brainwashing is real? But like people, I don't know, like they tested it out and like a bunch of people just died. It's a bit useless if you're trying to get information from them.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Ideal.
But yeah, they just tried to brainwash and hypnotize people. Just the CIA doing it, and everyone was like,
Did they just grab randoms off the street, or did they like do it to their workers, or like did people volunteer, or obviously they wouldn't have volunteered like if they knew that that was going to be the outcome. But did they say it was
yeah.
just force?
I think it was they were gonna like kidnap like people from bad teams.
Mm.
But I think they just did it to like people in the army. Because you're in the army, you can't say no if the people tell you to do something.
Mm.
Um
Well, you can
wait.
like get kicked out of the army.
Yeah. Okay, so one person, he was given the LSD without his consent and then jumped out a window a week later and died. So that's a bit
Okay. Okay.
awkward.
Okay.
I thought that they would have more information, but it just kind of ended there. Um, yeah, basically, I think there were a few people that they didn't tell. They were like, "Hey, you're going to be in an experiment," and they
Mm.
didn't say what it was, and they just gave them a bunch of LSD, like as much as they could before they started to speak or say things, and then they died because it's a drug overdose.
Yeah. Wow. That's a bit of a yikes. Hey.
Yeah, it was basically just yeah, and they were like, because they were testing. Yeah, it's just America being sus to the American people.
Mm.
But that's just their vibe. So I've seen a lot of like other things that they were trying to do with like the mind and
Mm.
trying to like do like remote viewing, which was like I see people on TikTok do it. So you know how I was like saying you that TikTok that girl was like, oh, you can visit people in their dreams.
Yeah.
It was basically like that, but the government was doing it, and then they were like, oh, it's a waste of time, it's not real. But everyone was like, why were you trying to do that in the first place? Um, so maybe it is real, but they just couldn't work it out. And like some people, like it was like a drama because like it kind of worked, and then they were like, oh, these people are twins and they're lying, and it was like confusing. But it was basically to be like, can you connect to someone else if they're in a different place? So like if you're sitting here in America and it was like in the war and someone's in that place, could you just see what they're seeing?
Yeah.
So the answer is no. But it was like people think that they can. So like people think they've been to other countries, other planets. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Who was it? Curtis Connor was talking. There was like he was talking about a video of people on TikTok doing that. Wait. I'm gonna find it.
Yeah,
Where people
I've seen
like
people on
say that
TikTok
they've
doing it.
gone to like Hogwarts and stuff, and I don't know if we're talking about the same thing now. Um,
Probably maybe.
but they like hang on a second. I'm just trying to find it in my history. But they like oh no, I'm trying to think of the words I'm trying to say. Sorry. They like when they sleep, they like imagine that they're
In a place.
in another place. Yeah.
I've seen it on TikTok when like they'll be like, um, you've been here, and it'll show like a picture, and you went to like feel the connection with like one of the pictures, and it's like you've been
Yeah.
there in a past life or something. I don't know. But I've seen, yeah, you entering dreams and people being like, oh, we've been to this planet. And
Mm.
then a bunch of the comments are like, yes, I've been there. And it's like, you guys okay?
Shifting realities. That's what I'm talking about. People are being like, I shifted realities, and you can like make yourself do it. Where they're like, obviously, some people use it as an escape to like deal with their current situation that might not be great. Um, but yeah, he was just talking about how people on TikTok are being like, I shifted realities to go to Hogwarts. And he's like, why would you choose to go to a different reality and go to school? Like, of all the different
Yeah.
you could go to, why would you go to there? Anyway, um, what we
Okay, it's kind of similar, but
yeah,
remote viewing is like, um, I think you have to connect to another person.
okay.
I think that's the difference. Um, or you and like it was very like so you can do it, but you just have to make sure you don't imagine stuff because then it will be messed up. You have to genuinely have the ability to
Mhm.
connect. Because if you imagine stuff, then you're just imagining you're in a place that you're not.
Yeah.
But if you're vibing, then it's real. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, so I've tried it. Doesn't really work. I tried to enter people's dreams, but then like the person was like, you have to think about them a lot before you go to sleep, and I just couldn't find anyone that I could be bothered to think about a lot. Like I was like, no, I don't know what to think about. Like this is weird. And how do you know when they're going to bed? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, so I didn't do it.
Okay.
But I will try one day.
Hmm.
Because she was like, yeah, me and my cousin like chat to each other all the time and remember the dreams and then like talk about it after. So I'm like, right, I want to try it because she was like, you don't have to tell the person. So I want to be like, have a really fun dream with someone so that they message me and I'm like, oh my gosh, I had a dream about you. And then I will be like, okay, that's
That's great.
crazy.
How did that happen? Wow. Who would film
Um,
now? That'll be cool.
yeah,
That'd be sick.
yes, it would be, but it would just be a bit awkward because then I feel like if you can do that, then everything's wrong. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, like manifestation, like it's not real. Like it can't be because if it is, everything's wrong. If everyone has the power to manifest, then everyone could just manifest everything, and it would like there would be no issues.
I think Okay, I think the
Like you can manifest and be like, oh, I'm going to get a good job, and then I'm like manifesting it and I apply to a bunch of jobs, and then I so happen to get a good job because I'm saying it to myself, so I'm
yeah,
applying to more jobs than I normally would,
yeah,
so
and
I'm
you're
more
like putting
likely
that
to get
idea
a
in your
job.
head, so then you're like
Yeah,
subconsciously working harder towards it. I think that's how
yeah,
it works. But of
I
course, there's
get
those
that,
rare
but
cases where it's like crazy stuff happens.
like yeah, like I understand that, and it's like sure, we call it manifestation, whatever, but
Mm,
just putting stuff out to the universe, like I see all these things, it's like these are the angel numbers, say this 6 times in the morning and you're gonna get like this is gonna happen to you, and I'm like it just can't.
mm,
um but then it's like I don't know, you just have to believe, but that's with everything in life. Like if you want to get hypnotized, you have to think that you can get hypnotized to be hypnotized.
yeah.
And if you like even like ghosts and stuff,
Mm.
if you like you can't get possessed by a demon unless you believe in demons. Like nothing can happen to you unless you think it can. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
yeah, like it's just kind of like I don't know. Oh well, let's manifest. This podcast is going to come. What are
Good.
we categorized in Spotify? Are we comedy or
I
are we
th-
science?
no, I think we did comedy.
We're going to be number 15 on the comedy charts by the end of the week.
Yeah. Yeah. End of the week. Sorry, that's in 2 days.
No, by Sunday.
Okay.
Manifesting it.
Okay.
Wait, after this episode comes out,
Okay, the
so the
Sunday
end of
after
next week. Yeah,
that. Yeah.
by the end of next week, I'm manifesting it. So to all you manifestation people, come on, listen to the
Right.
podcast and see what
Please,
happens.
let's do it.
Send it to all your manifestation
If we're
friends.
not number 15, then we know you weren't manifesting it. So then that's on you guys. Okay. No, it's not.
um.
Okay, wait, what's
Okay.
this
Well,
last one? Bohemian Grove and Skull and Bones Club. What is
have you
that?
heard of them?
I'm interested. No, I told you I haven't heard of
Okay.
it.
These ones are like the peak of America being sus. These are the most suspicious clubs that America has to offer.
Okay,
So
18. Tell me about it.
the Skull and Bones Club, it's at Yale,
Mhm.
and it's like a men's club that only men can be in, and you have to be rich. Well, they both are. They're both men only. You have to be rich white man, really.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you won't be allowed in. And they just do stuff suspiciously. So like a lot of like previous presidents and stuff were in the club, and
Mhm.
like every like a lot of government people have been in these clubs. So um Bush, like George Bush, who people think did 9/11, and then people are like, no, he's dumb. Like everyone was like, he's so dumb. How did he do that? But his dad was in Bohemian Grove
Mhm.
with a bunch of other government officials. So they're like, well, they think he said when he was there, he was like, yeah, my son's going to be president. And they were like, oh, that's so interesting. And then he was. And everyone was like, how did he become president? Like, he's dumb. Like, obviously, he must have had some supporters. You can't just fake it out of nowhere. But
Yeah.
yeah. And was it like the development of the atomic bomb
Mhm.
or announcement of it? Something around the Cold War, the leader of the army, like the top guy, not like a general, like the top guy in government, he was like this, and then they were like, wow, and then it happened. Like it's kind of like I don't know how to explain it without having to re-listen to the podcast I listen to, but it's just like you know how like laws get passed.
Yeah.
It would be like they'll talk about it there, and then they'll bring it to the government, and then they're all in the government, so
Mhm.
they can just vote on it officially there. But they already know it's going to happen.
They
So
all
the Skull
start
and
to
Bones
step up.
Club,
Like, yeah.
I'm gonna Google members because they've got to be famous. That's in Yale, and that's a bit different. I think it's in Yale, and it's all like weird. So the only issue is the people. So what's that guy? What's that conspiracy guy? And he's like weird. Alan Jones.
I yeah, sure.
He'd be like an anti-vax conspiracyist.
Mhm.
Australian right-wing commentator. Okay. He went to the Bohemian Grove, I'm pretty sure. He like snuck in because he like fit in with everyone else there. And like it was like weird. And like he took photos. And it was like they like do like rituals and stuff.
Mhm.
It's like very tribal and like weird. So like they like they'll dress up, they have like this big owl that they worship, and they like have a fake sacrifice of this person and all this stuff, and then they just chat about politics and what they're going to do
Yeah,
next. And
see,
he went,
like societies and clubs like that are usually like they
it
have
was strange.
weird things like that where they do like tradition things that they do at like the beginning of every meeting, and it's like,
It's
why?
very strange
Yeah.
because it's like what are you doing? But like yeah, this like big owl thing is like their I don't know, they like worship it, which is like strange. Okay, so I'm looking up members of the Skull and Bones. So John Kennedy, John Kerry, and George Bush were both in the Skull and Bones thing, and they went against each other. So that was the first time two Bones members went against each other in like an election. So obviously Bush won. So it's probably because his dad was in Bohemian Grove, which is like they're basically the same, but Bohemian Grove is like it's like it's so strange. Like, and I just don't see a point to it.
Hmm.
And like the fact that it's like because this guy went there and basically exposed them, it's now like it wasn't like a fully known thing, and
Yeah.
now it's just like yeah, this is the thing. So it's on Google, it's a workers club in California, but like you can't go there. Like you'll just get like kicked out. Like they have security, you can't go there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, so
Rich white man's club where they just
yeah,
do weird things.
so there's people like oh, it's just American presidents. It's most like a ton of people are American presidents.
Yeah.
So most of the American presidents were in these clubs. So the ones that weren't, Obama and Trump. Interesting because Trump's like businessman actor.
Mm.
So that's how he got in from being like different to the rest. Because of these clubs, people don't trust people.
Yeah.
Obama, but he had no bad history. Like it's a bit suspicious how he just became prime minister with having done nothing wrong or not being in these clubs or anything like at all.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like how like when Jeffrey Epstein got exposed and his like book and it had all these people's names and everyone was like, oh my gosh, that's like yeah, strange. And I googled a list of members of Bohemian Grove and you can't find it. There's a picture of like Nixon and Ronald Reagan and like a bunch of these people,
yeah. Mm.
but I can't find a current list of members of it. But if you like, if everyone listening, if you do your own research in it, it's meant like it's mental. It's so weird. Like it's
Maybe.
like in the middle of a forest in California.
Whoa.
Yeah, like it's
That's gross. I don't like that. That's weird.
yeah, and they just yeah a lot, and I think a lot of them like I think it's like oh wait, there's four female honorary members, one
Mm.
actress, like some random people,
Hmm.
but they had like this big um like a lawsuit
Yeah.
about diversity because they wouldn't let women even work for them, like to be in the kitchen and cook and stuff. Like they weren't allowed to be there at all. So they lost that. So now they officially have to have some, but I don't think they're allowed to leave, like go out into where the men are. I think they have
Yeah.
to stay in the area. Like it's such a strange, like it's just very strange.
Mm.
It's like what's the need?
Just so rich white men can just be in a space where they don't have any rules and just do whatever they want, which is pretty much the
Like
world for them, but
like
it's gross.
yeah, no, like secret clubs for rich people seem very strange.
Mm.
And this is why like a lot of Americans as well, like, you know, like the Illuminati, this would probably be the closest thing to it
Mhm.
that is known and real, because it's so like, I'm gonna try find it. Wait.
Remember when everyone was like the Illuminati's coming? No, the Anonymous. Everyone was like Anonymous is coming back.
Anonymous, bro. I loved Anonymous, and then they were useless.
They didn't do
They
anything.
didn't do anything.
Maybe they're planning something big, and
Well, like you'd hope so.
they just
Like
had
they used to
the
be,
hype out there before.
yeah,
Like, when everyone was like, they're coming back, they're gonna do something big. Maybe they'll like, we are coming back, but not right now. Like it'll be a bit further on. Sean,
yeah.
what?
Okay, sorry, I was just Googling.
That's okay.
The Manhattan Project.
Yes.
So this was the code name for the American led effort to develop an atomic bomb
Mhm.
or atomic weapon in World War II. So I think that meeting happened at Bohemian Grove. So and then they made the atomic bomb because of it, because they kind of just all agreed there and then, like everyone that needed to be in on it was. So they
Yeah.
were like, okay. So that's, I think that's when it kind of became known to some people, and it was like, oh, that's so suspicious that you guys just do stuff without like letting anyone else know.
Else no.
And then
You're just making the
yeah,
decision with yourselves.
yeah. So things like 9/11 and stuff, it's like, well, you guys could just organize it there, everyone's in on it, like I don't know, you will never have a way, like no one's going to expose, you can't expose someone in that group if you're in that group, because if you're in that group you have issues.
Myself, like, yeah.
Yeah, you have some kind of problems.
Hmm.
But all groups, like apparently at Disneyland they have like a adults only place that you can go, but it's a $30,000 a year for a membership, and you have to pay like $10,000 each time you go in. It's like, why would anyone go there? What's going on there?
Disney adults.
And
Sorry, no offense to Disney adults, but like Disney adults.
yeah, but you can't be that rich. Well, you can,
You can.
but I personally am not. So if you are spending $30,000 a year on a membership to go and what, have a wine in a Disney bar, I
I'll
could
take
borrow that.
I'll take that money. Yeah, I'll take that money. That's
Like, and I'll give you wine. It won't be the best, but I'll give you a bottle of wine. $5 wine from BWS.
Yep.
If you give me, even just 10,000,
Mm-hmm. Even five.
even 1,000.
That'd be nice.
I'll
So
take.
nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Man.
Anyway, those were my main topics.
They were interesting.
I don't actually know how long we've going for, but
That's okay.
we kind of went straight into it. So now that everyone's gone, we should talk about the other stuff, which is just what we've been up to in our lives and stuff like that. If anything's been happening.
I
For
had
me, no.
to get rid of my rats. They're gone now. Look, empty space. Did that on Saturday.
Where'd they go?
A lady adopted them.
Oh, like you got permanently got rid of them.
Yeah.
Why?
Because our landlord was like, you can't have them.
Yeah.
So that's a bit of a rip. But I found someone who has 3 rats already, and she says she has
Oh my
room for
god.
10. So she messaged me on Saturday
Lord.
morning and was like, let's do it today. So I was like, okay. So I just packed them up and took them, and we met like halfway, and then she took them, and apparently they're happy. Apparently they'll get cake on their birthday. I told her I didn't know their
Wow.
birthdays, so we both agreed it was probably around July, August. So
So
yeah,
they've had cake.
I think so. I think so.
Wow.
Yeah, which is crazy. But yeah,
So
that's a bit sad that the rat era has ended, but hopefully that means the mice in our house will leave too, because there's just mice running around, which is disgusting. But
need to get a cat.
yeah, yeah. We'll borrow Jasper for a bit.
Yeah. He's a bit lazy. He's getting a bit old, so he might get one and then be bored.
There is actually a cat in the neighborhood somewhere, although I haven't seen it recently, so that's a bit of a yikes.
Got eaten by mice.
Mm. Oh, also an update on my origami stars. I think it was
Oh,
here last time.
yeah.
It's almost halfway, so that's not bad. I think the goal is 1,000, and I think there's nearly 500 in there. So there we go.
That's good. Yeah, that's been going well.
Week.
um, yeah, cool. I
Any
haven't done anything. So.
through the week for you, Tilly?
Nothing at all. Yeah, no, nothing. So that's fun. Next one was to promo our Twitch and TikTok. So TJ_Tilly on Twitch and TikTok. I don't really like, I want to Twitch more, but it makes me angry that I can't save the stuff onto my Twitch page. And I've tried to edit all the stuff on my computer. I can't do it. From my phone, easy, it's done. From my computer, I can't, and I don't know why. So
That's so annoying. I don't even remember how I managed to do it, but mine
yeah,
not there, so I don't know.
like I changed all the settings on OBS and stuff. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just connected to Twitch. Like I'm not even logged on to Twitch on the computer, so I don't know.
That's annoying.
But, yeah, it makes me angry. But if I get more followers, I'll stream more than I already do. TikTok, same. So TJ_Tilly and Murigar, you'll find us.
You will find us anywhere you want to find us. You will find us. Yeah, I downloaded this game called Mini Motorways, and you just have to connect houses and buildings. It's very chill, but I find it very fun. I might stream that sometime, maybe tonight. So, but actually, maybe not. I have an assignment due tomorrow, so we'll see if I'll
maybe the night that this goes up.
Oh, yeah, that's good. So next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Or this Tuesday if you're listening to it right now.
Yes.
If it's before
today.
Yeah. Sometime during the day. So keep an eye out on our Twitch. Watch me forget. Anyway.
The other one, promo the Insta. Go guys. Tilly May Instagram. Please
follow us. Reply to our questions when we ask.
Oh my gosh. Reply to the questions, people. Do you think I just post them for me to look at?
Reply each time. And thank you to those people.
Yeah. But everyone else, like, come on. It's annoying. Also that I was gonna do Chloe K and Bretman Rock's workouts.
Yeah.
So Chloe Kardashian posted a workout and it just looked okay, so she did 3 sets of each circuit, and there's 1, 2, 3 circuits. And they looked kind of easy.
Did she post it on her Instagram? Where'd she post it?
Instagram.
Okay.
I don't know when though. This is a screenshot. And it doesn't have the date in it.
That's okay.
And when I say it looked easy, I don't know what some of these things are, but the ones that I do know look easy. And she did each thing 4 times, and there were 3 things that she did. Oh, okay, so she did each thing 4 times, like each circuit. So that's like long. Anyway, so it might do that, might do Brumman's, since we may be able to leave the house next month at some point, probably the end when it gets extended again. But we're gonna pretend it's the start.
Yes, hopefully. I'm excited to be fully vaccinated, and then I can leave my house and do stuff like go to the beach. I just want to go to the beach.
No, I want to go to the beach so bad. Like, yeah, like I was getting quite depressed because I haven't been to the beach. Like, I just can't go to the beach. I was gonna buy a surfboard, but then I was like, I can't buy racks for my car and everything.
I really want to buy a surfboard. I really want one. But like everything I read is like, obviously to start out you should get like a big one that is like rounded on the edges because they're easier to use. And I'm like,
well, when I first did it, it was on a little pointy surfboard, like a proper one.
Oh.
I didn't surf. Like, I tried. I didn't do much, but I think now that I'm older and I'm more risk taking, like what's gonna happen when I fall, the surfboard hits me in the head. That's not an issue. I don't care. Drown and die? Okay. Like, okay, I don't care. So yeah, I think I'd pick it up pretty quickly. Now that I can do that. I can skate decently enough that I think I'd be able to stand on a wave going in.
Yeah.
You know, obviously not the stuff, but
Excited for
that's
our surfboard eras to start.
yeah, it'll be lit. It'll be. I saw some for sale, but they were in Bondi, and I was like, how am I going to get them? Like, you can't go there. They can't come here. You can't really post it. Bit
Yeah,
expensive.
shipping on that would
Like,
be expensive, I think.
yeah.
Dang it, I want a surfboard.
So if I find one near me, like they're all good. They're all near like Bondi. Like they're all near the beach for some unknown reason. So
Oh, I wonder why. I don't know why they're all on the beach.
yeah. So if I find one close, I'll
Do it.
like
Yeah.
I wasn't looking for expensive ones. There might have been some near me that were more than $100, but the cheap ones that everyone was throwing away were yeah on the beach. So anyway, so yeah, if you surf and are throwing away your surfboards,
Let
let
us
us know.
know.
Um,
Or even if you know someone who is or might be.
yeah,
Or even a good place to get boards. Like
pretty
secondhand boards. Yeah, for cheap.
cheap. I was looking in Gumtree.
That's a good place to look. I've been looking on Facebook Marketplace.
That's
Mm,
good.
mm.
I also went Doc Martens because I found those on Facebook Marketplace and I was like, ooh, there's so many. Oh my gosh, there's so many that's like UK size 5. And I'm like, bro, like, how do you guys have such small feet? Like, anyway, yeah, like it's weird. Anyway,
Mm.
they're all like size 4 or 5. I'm like, bro, you guys all right? Do you have issues? Can you stand? Like, far out. Um, yeah, no, I feel like a really good like surfer vibe hitting me, which I think like, that potential's always been there. Like I've always, since I was like very little, done like bodyboarding and
Mhm.
all of that. I've always been instantly good at that. Like the beach. I can't swim anymore, but I'll pick it up again. Like I
If
can
you do
swim, I
work,
just can't breathe while I do it.
you'll be
It's
fine.
probably yeah.
I feel like that's a common thing. You don't breathe while you're doing stuff. Like reading, for example.
Yeah, I'd like if I'm focused too much on doing something I can't breathe, but it's more just like I get out of breath from moving. That's like the issue when I swim.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
too much exercise for
Hmm.
my poor body.
Your poor
Um,
body.
I'm gonna have to start doing exercise because none of my clothes fit me anymore. And it's
I
making me
think that's
angry.
common
So
for everyone in
in lockdown.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Not Jai though, he's losing a lot of weight. Because he's gluten free and he started eating gluten free
oh,
and it's made him lose weight.
there
So
we go. That's
I'm not gluten free, but I occasionally eat gluten free food and it's not really helping me. But oh, and I'm making this top.
yes.
So I think I'm gonna finish it soon. And
Hmm.
it's just gonna be like that, like go around. And then I'm gonna have like I'm gonna try. I don't know how I'm gonna knit this. I think I might have to crochet it because
Mm.
I'm not doing 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Oh, anyway, I'm gonna try and have one long strap that I just goes around and it goes like through everywhere.
That'll be
I
sick.
want it to go through the top, middle, and side at the back, and like so it'll be like, and then you tie it.
Yeah, it'll have to be two because it's going to have to come off both sides. Unless it started on one and went round,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
down, and like back.
So
Something.
it's just one, and it only ties at the bottom. Because once it's on me, I'm not gonna have to adjust it too much.
Okay. That'll be
But
sick.
yeah, so we'll see if that ends up happening ever.
Yeah.
But hopefully it will. You'll see pictures, not in Byron, probably. Maybe in Byron, but probably in Grenoble.
I want to see progress on it next week. The top.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I want to see progress too. It's gone better.
Mm.
It's bigger than I like when it like because it was like this big for a long time.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's not bad.
I've only got. Oh no, I have another. I have another.
Oh,
Anyway, yeah.
that's good. That's good.
Yeah, that's my weekly update. Actually, I didn't give one, so that's my weekly update. Oh, thanks. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching and listening. Next week we're going to talk about Marvel. Tilly hasn't seen the new Spider-Man trailer, so next week if she still hasn't seen it, we'll talk about it.
Yes. Yeah, that's gonna be very fun. The whole Are we doing the whole Marvel universe or like just
Um,
the movies? Oh, I think we should do the whole universe because the only show I've seen is Loki, and I don't plan on watching WandaVision or Falcon
Winter Soldier.
Soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, just because I didn't like WandaVision as individual characters in the movies,
What?
and I
WandaVision is
didn't.
so good though. The TV show. It's so good.
I just don't like the girl.
Scarlet Witch.
Hmm. Something about her vibe is just off for me. I don't like it. It seems a little bit like, I don't know. Like she did get better.
Hmm.
She was just so pathetic for a long time. And
Hmm.
like just a bit weak for a superhero.
What do you mean? She's
Like,
like the most powerful one.
yeah, but she didn't use it very well
Well, yeah,
until the end game.
yeah.
Waste of
I think
time.
she's just gonna get better now. That's for next
She,
week. Some conversation.
she
but
yeah. Anyway, we should, yeah.
but yeah, next week we're gonna talk about Marvel. It'll be more like that. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, okay, awesome. Do we have a final review for America Being Sus?
I agree. It is sus, those
Yeah.
things. But look, what government and what country's not? Like everyone's
I
doing.
reckon Australia's not that bad. Like,
And well, no, we're not America bad, but I feel like we're still a bit sus. We're a bit.
but Australia sus is just like Scott Morrison getting paid by coal companies, and that's why he doesn't want to stop them. It's not like secret organizations that are like in charge of everything making an atomic bomb.
Yeah, no, that's true. It's different levels, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's a bit awkward that
Mm,
doesn't want to stop.
yeah. What do you think? What's your?
My opinion, yeah, 6 out of 10, pretty sus.
Mm,
Could be more sus.
mm,
It's kind of obvious, and they don't need to be sus. Like if they said, "Hey guys, we did all this stuff," okay, what are you gonna do?
lit, cool. Okay.
I'm not gonna take over. I'm not gonna fight them. Okay, you do what you want. It's not much. Like if Area 51 came out and was like, "Oh, we've been, I don't know, doing stuff." Okay, awesome.
Good for you
Like,
guys.
congratulations. I'm not gonna stop you. So yeah, yeah, awesome.
There we go.
Well, that was a good episode.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everyone. I love that you watched all the way through.
Yes. Thank you if you stayed the whole way through. That's very nice. Yeah. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.